Get ready. I'm about to share 7 life lessons I wish I had known earlier. These are not your typical positive sayings. They're honest and might be controversial. They might make you angry. You need to hear them. If you're tired of the sugar society feeds you sugar-coated BS. You're tired of it. Stick around if you're ready to challenge everything you've been taught about life. Let me share a little about myself that I spent years living by the rules and believing in cliches. I thought that chasing happiness, family, love were the most important things in life. Then life slapped me in the face, after a decade of chasing the wrong dreams and holding on to toxic relationships. I realized the truths no one wants to talk about. It's time to face some hard truths and question everything you've been taught. We've been taught that happiness is the most important thing in life. Movies, TV shows, social media, society in general tell us that happiness is the ultimate goal. But is happiness really the most important thing? I say it's overrated. We live in a society obsessed with happiness. It's all about the pursuit of happiness. As if it's the ultimate goal in life. Here's the truth, here's the kicker: happiness is a fleeting emotion. Not a permanent state of being. The idea that you should be happy all the time is not only unrealistic. It's damaging, from a young age. We're bombarded with the message that happiness is the ultimate goal: movies, TV shows, social media, self-movies, TV shows, social media, self-help books all say the same thing: be happy. This constant pursuit of happiness will lead you to failure. Happiness is not a constant state, it's an emotion that comes and goes. Just like sadness, anger, excitement. Expecting to be happy all the time is like expecting the sun to shine every single day without ever experiencing a rainy day. That I spent years chasing happiness. I had the highs and lows: paying job, the fancy apartment, the exciting social life. I was doing everything right. I still felt empty inside. That's when it hit me. Happiness is not the be-all and end-all of life. It's an emotion like sadness or anger. It comes and goes. Expecting to be happy all the time sets you up for disappointment and failure. Social media has made this problem worse. We're constantly shown images and posts of people living their best lives. Always smiling. Always having a great time. This curated version of reality is misleading. It creates unrealistic expectations and makes us feel inadequate when our lives don't measure up. We start to believe that everyone else is happier and more successful than we are, which only deepens our dissatisfaction. Instead of constantly chasing happiness, focus on finding purpose and meaning in your life. It might sound cliché. It's true. When you have a sense of purpose, you can weather the ups and downs of life with a lot more resilience. You'll have moments of happiness. You'll also have moments of struggle. That's okay. A meaningful life is richer and more fulfilling than a life spent in the relentless pursuit of happiness. Point 2: family. Isn't everything all right? Let's talk about a sensitive topic: family. That we've all been told that family is the most important thing in life. That it's a big part of our culture. Right? Blood is thicker than water. So on. But here's the truth: sometimes family can be the most toxic part of your life. That I said it. It might be the wake-up call you need. All the books that say to be happy are wrong. Happiness doesn't last. It's an emotion that comes and goes. It's like expecting the sun to shine every day. I spent years trying to be happy. I had the high up call you need. From a young age, we're taught that family comes first. This blind loyalty can be very harmful. Not all families are the same. Just because someone shares your DNA doesn't mean they have your best interests at heart. Some family members can be manipulative, abusive, harmful. Yet society expects you to stick by them. No matter what, it's time to shatter that illusion. That I had to learn this the hard way. That I spent years trying to please a family member who constantly belittled me, undermined my confidence, made me feel like I wasn't good enough. That I kept telling myself that family is everything, that I had to keep trying, keep giving. But guess what? It was destroying me. That I was sacrificing my mental health and self-esteem to maintain a relationship that was toxic. The day I cut ties with that person was one of the hardest and most liberating days of my life. Sometimes the people closest to you can be the ones holding you back the most. Let's face it, not every family is a picture-perfect sitcom. Many families have deep-seated issues. Jealousy, control, favoritism, emotional blackmail. These toxic dynamics can stunt your personal growth and keep you trapped in a cycle of dysfunction. But we're told to ignore these issues because family is everything. Well, I'm here to tell you that's BS. Your mental health and all self-help books say the same thing: be happy. But this constant pursuit of happiness will lead to failure. Happiness is not a constant state, it's an emotion that comes and goes. Just like sadness, anger, excitement. Expecting to be happy all the time is like expecting the sun to shine every single day without ever experiencing a rainy day. I spent years chasing happiness. I had the high. Being should come first. Even if it means setting boundaries or cutting ties with toxic family members. Here's the controversial part: loyalty to family is not a virtue if it comes at the cost of your happiness and well-being. Society praises those who stick by their family no matter what. This blind loyalty can be a form of self-betrayal. If your family members are toxic, abusive, detrimental to your mental health, you should leave a bad situation. People should earn your loyalty, not just receive it. Many people stay in bad relationships because they feel they have to. They feel they have to stay because they've been taught that it's the right thing to do. Feeling guilty is a strong feeling. People in bad relationships use it against you. It's important to break free from this feeling. You are not responsible for the happiness or well-being of others. You don't owe anyone anything. Especially not your family. Life doesn't owe you anything. Don't let other people's expectations control your life. Hard work, resilience, adaptability are what brings success. If you don't feel you're owed anything, you'll take control of your life and work for what you want. I learned this the hard way after I lost a promotion I thought I deserved. I realized I hadn't earned it. The world doesn't care about your sense of entitlement. We often grow up believing that if we do certain things, we are entitled to success. Life doesn't work that way. There are no guarantees. You could do everything right and still face setbacks, failures, rejections. The sooner you realize this, the better. Accept this. The sooner you can stop feeling sorry for yourself and start taking real action. When you think you deserve something, you stop trying. You become passive, waiting for rewards that may never come. This attitude is harmful to personal growth and achievement. Success requires effort, learning, adaptation, not just sitting back. Stop feeling sorry for yourself and start taking real action. When you think you deserve something, you stop trying. You become passive, waiting for rewards that may never come. This attitude is harmful to personal growth and achievement. Success requires continuous effort, learning, adaptation, not just sitting back and waiting for what you think you deserve. I learned this lesson the hard way. I was passed over for a promotion that I thought I deserved. I was bitter and resentful, blaming my boss and the system. But then I took a hard look at myself and realized that I hadn't actually put in the work required. I was coasting on past achievements and expecting them to carry me forward. It was a harsh but necessary wake-up call that I learned this lesson the hard way. I was passed over for a promotion that I thought I deserved. I was bitter and resentful, blaming my boss and the system. Then I took a hard look at myself and realized that I hadn't actually put in the work required. I was coasting on past achievements and expecting them to carry me forward. It was a harsh but necessary wake-up call. I had to step up my game. Take responsibility. Earn my success. I had to embrace effort and resilience instead of feeling entitled. I had to understand that hard work, persistence, resilience are key. I had to let go of the idea that I deserve things just because I exist. I had to become more motivated and proactive. I had to start looking for opportunities and taking risks rather than waiting for success to come to me. We live in a society that often fosters a sense of entitlement. Social media amplifies this by showing us curated highlights of people's lives, making it seem like everyone is effortlessly successful and happy, which fuels unrealistic expectations and a sense of unfairness when our own lives don't measure up. Breaking free from this entitlement culture is crucial for personal growth and happiness. True success demands sacrifice, effort, perseverance. That it's about doing the hard work even when no one is watching. That it's about pushing through challenges and setbacks without expecting a handout. When you accept that you don't deserve anything, you start to appreciate the value of hard work and the satisfaction that comes from earning your achievements. Love isn't enough. We often hear that love conquers all. The truth is that love alone isn't enough to sustain a relationship. Successful relationships require effort, compromise, mutual respect. Love might bring you together. It's the day-to-day actions and decisions that keep you together. Our culture romanticizes love to an unhealthy degree. Movies, songs, books all tell us that love is the ultimate solution to all problems. The reality is far more complex. Love is a powerful emotion. It isn't a cure-all. That it can't fix fundamental incompatibilities or heal deep. I learned this lesson the hard way. I was passed over for a promotion that I thought I deserved. I was bitter and resentful, blaming my boss and the system. But then I took a hard look at myself and realized that I hadn't actually put in the work required. I was coasting on past achievements and expecting them to carry me forward. It was a harsh but necessary wake-up call. Believing that love alone is enough sets unrealistic expectations and can lead to disappointment and heartbreak. A healthy relationship is built on more than just love. It requires communication, trust, mutual respect, a willingness to work through problems together. Without these foundational elements, love can quickly turn into resentment and frustration. Couples need to actively nurture their relationship, making conscious efforts to understand each other, support each other's goals, resolve conflicts. I once believed that love was all we needed. I was in a relationship where we were deeply in love. We ignored the red flags. We had different values, communication styles, life goals. We thought our love would bridge those gaps. It didn't. The relationship ultimately fell apart. It was a painful lesson. Love brought us together. It wasn't enough to keep us together. Compatibility goes beyond shared interests. It includes having similar life goals, values, expectations. Without compatibility, even the strongest love can be strained. Differences in how you handle money, family, career ambitions, personal growth can create significant tension. Ensuring that you and your partner are on the same page about these important aspects is essential. Love requires effort. It's about showing up every day, even when it's hard. It means making compromises, being willing to change, putting in the work to keep the relationship healthy. This might mean seeking therapy, Learning better communication skills. Simply making time for each other amidst busy schedules. Love isn't passive, it's an active choice you make daily. Every relationship has conflicts. It's how you handle them that matters. Having effective conflict resolution skills is vital. This includes being able to communicate. Your feelings are valid. Listening to your partner. Finding compromises. Love might make you want to resolve conflicts. It's these skills that actually do it. Without them, unresolved issues can build up and create resentment. In a healthy relationship, there's a balance of giving and receiving. Both partners should feel valued and supported. If one person is always giving while the other is always taking, resentment can build. It's essential for both partners to contribute equally to the relationship's emotional, physical, practical needs for a long-term relationship to be healthy. Term success. Success is personal. We often grow up with a limited idea of success. We think success is about money, status, power. But the truth is, success is personal. What matters is finding what makes you happy and fulfilled, no matter what other people expect. From a young age, we see images of what success looks like. We see images of a high-paying job, a big house, a fancy car, a prestigious title. Society tells us that wealth and climbing the corporate ladder are the ultimate goals. But this doesn't work for everyone. All definitions of success can leave people feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from their true passions and values. I pursued traditional markers of success for years. I worked long hours, pursued promotions, tried to increase my salary. Despite achieving these goals, I felt empty. I was successful by societal standards. I wasn't happy. It took hitting an emotional low point to realize that success isn't about ticking boxes. It's about living a life that aligns with your values and passions. Success should be personal and meaningful. It's about setting your own goals based on your own values. What matters most to you? Some. That might mean starting a family, traveling the world, pursuing a creative passion. Others. It might be about making a positive impact on their community or living a balanced life. Success is what you make of it, not what society dictates. One of the biggest traps in the traditional view of success is comparison. Social media exacerbates this by showcasing the highlights of others' lives. We see friends getting promotions, buying homes, taking luxurious vacations. We feel like we're falling behind. Comparing yourself if you're not happy with your life. You're not alone. Everyone's journey is different. True success comes from following your own path, not comparing yourself to others. It's great to achieve things. Don't let it make you unhappy. You can achieve great things and still feel fulfilled if they fit with your real goals. Think about what makes you happy and satisfied. Pursue goals that really matter to you, even if they're not what most people think is important. Passion is a big part of subjective success. Success. When you love what you do, work feels less like a chore and more like something that makes you happy. Whether it's a hobby, a career, a cause you care about. Doing what you love can lead to a more satisfying and successful life. Money is important. It's not the most important thing. Having a lot of money can make you comfortable and safe. It doesn't guarantee happiness. Studies have shown that after a certain point, having more money doesn't make you happier. It's better to find a balance where your financial goals support your overall well-being, and happiness. Forgiveness isn't always necessary. A lot of people say that forgiveness is a good quality and the best way to find peace. We're told to forgive the people who have done wrong to us because it's good for us. Here's something that might be hard to accept: forgiveness isn't always necessary. There are times when it's okay to not forgive. Believing that you have to forgive every time someone hurts you can be harmful. Especially if the person hasn't shown any regret or changed their behavior. Society puts a lot of pressure on us to forgive, making it seem like we have to do it to be good people and show that we're emotionally mature. We're told that if we keep feeling angry or resentful, it will only hurt us, not the person who hurt us. Is this really true? It can be harmful. It can make people feel pressured to forgive quickly without thinking about their feelings. This can lead to unresolved emotions and more pain. I was once in a situation where I felt pressured to forgive someone who had repeatedly hurt me. Friends and family encouraged me to let go of my anger and forgive, saying it would bring me peace. Every time I tried, I felt worse. The person showed no remorse and continued their harmful behavior. It took me a long time to realize that my well-being. Forgiveness isn't about letting others off the hook. It's about protecting yourself and moving forward without them. Forcing forgiveness can invalidate your feelings and experiences. It can make you feel like your pain isn't justified or that you're wrong for feeling hurt. This can lead to self-blame, and diminished self-forgiveness is not the solution. It's important to protect yourself and move forward without people who have hurt you. Forcing forgiveness can make you feel like your pain is not valid. It can make you feel like you're wrong for feeling hurt. This can lead to feeling guilty and not feeling worthy of love. True healing comes from acknowledging your pain, understanding it, finding healthy ways to move past it, whether you forgive or not. There's a big difference between forgiveness and letting go. Forgiveness means pardoning someone for their actions, often with the idea of reconciliation or continued interaction. Letting go, on the other hand, means releasing the hold that the hurt has on you. It's about moving on and not allowing the past to control your present. Time is your most valuable asset. Money can come and go. Time is something you can't get back. You can't get more time. You can let go of the pain without forgiving the person who caused it. Forgiveness can sometimes make it so you don't hold the person accountable for their actions. If someone has harmed you and expects forgiveness without making any effort to change or make amends for their actions, forgiving them can enable their behavior. It's essential to hold people accountable for their actions. Accountability promotes growth and change. Unearned forgiveness can perpetuate harmful patterns. Time is your most valuable asset. Renewable resources are limited. Once they're gone forever. This helps us understand that time is valuable. It helps us prioritize what matters in life. Spend your time wisely. Invest in meaningful activities and cherish the moments you have. Many people live as though they have all the time in the world. We procrastinate, put off our dreams, waste hours on trivial pursuits. The harsh truth is that our time on this earth is limited. This realization can be scary. It can also make us stronger. It forces us to think about our lives and make choices about how we spend our time. I used to procrastinate a lot. I thought I had a lot of time to achieve my goals, mend relationships, pursue my passions. Then a close friend of mine passed away unexpectedly. This tragic event was a wake-up call. Our time on this earth is limited. This realization can be scary. It can also make you feel strong. It forces you to think about your life and make choices about how you spend your time. I used to be a person who always put things off. I thought that I had a lot of time to achieve my goals, make relationships, do the things I was passionate about. Then, a close friend of mine died suddenly. This sad event made me realize that life is fragile and unpredictable. It made me realize that I couldn't keep putting things off. I had to start living with intention and purpose. Wasting time isn't just about being lazy or not having enough motivation. It's about not valuing your most precious resource. Every hour spent mindlessly scrolling through social media or binge-watching TV is a waste. Our time on this earth is limited. This realization can be scary. It can also make you stronger. It forces you to think about your life and decide how you want to spend your time. I used to be a procrastinator. I thought I had a lot of time to achieve my goals. Mend relationships. Pursue my passions. Then, a close friend of mine died suddenly. This event made me realize how important it is to evaluate how you're spending your time and make adjustments to ensure you're investing it in things that matter. To make the most of your time, you need to prioritize. Identify what's truly important to you, such as your health, family, career, passions, personal growth. Allocate your time accordingly. This might mean saying no to certain activities, people, commitments that don't align with your priorities. It's about making intentional choices that reflect your values and goals. Point one of the hardest lessons to learn is the power of saying no. We often overcommit ourselves because we don't want to disappoint others or miss out on opportunities, but constantly saying yes can lead to burnout. Prevent you from focusing on what truly matters. Learning to say no is a crucial skill that helps you protect your time and energy. Time spent with loved ones is never wasted. Investing in meaningful relationships brings joy, support, fulfillment, whether it's spending quality time with family, nurturing friendships, connecting with your partner. These moments are invaluable. Don't let work or our time on this earth is limited. This realization can be scary. It can also make us stronger. It forces us to think about our lives and make choices about how we spend our time. I used to be a person who always put things off. I thought that I had a lot of time to achieve my goals, make relationships better, do the things I was passionate about. Then a close friend of mine died suddenly. This sad event made me realize that I should not spend time on things that don't matter. Life is too short to ignore the things you are passionate about and your dreams. Whether it's a hobby, a side project, a new job, spending time on what you love can make you feel happy and satisfied. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Make time for your passions now. The joy and fulfillment you gain are worth the effort.